Yes, respected friends, welcome you all. Good that you are there every day, managing yourself for the study of Upanishads through that to understand convincingly what should be my goal and how I have to reach it. Be conscious of these two things my goal, what it should be, how I have to reach. Upanishads talk about this most crucial important thing. May the Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana Gurugana Shastragana Kripa be always on us in empowering our Vyaktitva in all its aspects so that we are truly doing and growing spiritual sadhana and in spiritual life and our presence becoming useful to the world spiritually more and more day by day. For that purpose only we are here to do our seven sadhanas. The Shanti mantras, Mangalacharana shlokas, the Sankalpa, Upanishad mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Adhyanam with Bhashyam, our Vedic chanting, our Dhyana Puraka mantra Ucharana, and a common sense thought. The main one among all these is, though all are important, Upanishadic Adhyanam. Chandogya Upanishad, we took initiative to study a huge, big Upanishad. So much of stamina, strength, patience required. Yes, we will have them. We won't give any chance to ourselves. We don't spare any efforts in having our times and energies required for doing this study of this great Upanishad. We made a beginning. We saw exhaustively the meaning of Bhagavan Adi Shankara Kruta Mangalacharana Shloka. We also have studied Upanishadic Shanti Mantra thoroughly. Then of late we have started seeing the Sambandha Bhashya, the meaning of that Sambandha Bhashya and then its relevance, both as a student of this Upanishad as well as totally as an Adhyatmika Sadhaka. We are trying to digest, understand. Yes, some meaning we are finding in it. More when we involve, again, the meaning is understood and its relevance in our life as a spiritual seeker also will be revealed to us. May it happen to us that way. The Upanishadic mantras and the Bhashya, our Sanatana Dharma Shastras, their expression, explanation by any saints, all of them are of utmost utility. They are not given just for passing the time, for the entertainment. Mukhya Rupena, all these Moksha Shastras. There is no compromise with regard to the purpose, the quality, the meaning of those Shastras. It's not a time pass, it is not an half-hearted, insincere effort. No, it is just to guide we, the sadhakas, it is just to convey about the presence of Paramatma, it is to inspire us towards the sadhana. All these the rishis are telling us out of their inner direct personal experience. With this background, having the respect and reverence to this class and through this to the study of the Upanishads, let us begin. Mangalacharana Shloka Shanti Mantra Sankalpa. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतादर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नशाश्वत समूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नमध्ये सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ अथ अथर्वणवेदान्तर्गत सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषद श्री आद्यशंकर पूज्य भगवत्पाद कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकः 3 times। ॐ सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ॐ सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ॐ सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय Shivaya Shivaghatine. In this mantra, salutations to the Parabrahma, to the Parameshwara, to the Ishtadevata, to the Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Swaguru. Salutations also to all the Adbhuta sadhanas and before the sadhanas to the qualifications. And also a commitment to get out of all the Ashivata from the root level. May intensely, deeply, while knowing and feeling the meaning, we chant this mantra so that the deep impressions of the meaning of this mantra happen in us, guiding our whole day's plannings, executions, whole day's life. Om Atha Upanishadah Shanti Mantraha 3 times. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaha Chakshuh Shrotram Atho Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirate ye Upanishatsu dharmaah te mayi santo Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaha Chakshuh Shrotram Atho Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirate ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Of every word and sentence, the very important deep implied meaning of this mantra thoroughly we have studied. Bas, what we have studied, the Manana Chintana, serious, sincere understanding and acceptance, living up to that is required to be done, which is in the hands of every one of us individually, personally. Only one thing is added today. Ki two important things in this mantra, 2 times repeated. Both अनिराकरणम अस्तु अनिराकरणम में अस्तु है ना. माहम ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोत अनिराकरणम अस्तु अनिराकरणम में अस्तु. So to ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु 2 times said, isn't it? Instead of saying the second time, something else also can be said, because to say millions of things are there. So keeping away aside the millions of things that are possible to be told. Same thing in the Shruti Mata, in this mantra. 2 times told itself shows why it is said 2 times. Okay, in that the two facets are there. What is that? Millions of things that may be there in the world, I am not interested in them. And insistingly I am telling that I am interested only in this. So, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, in that second time saying purpose is what? I will do the Nirakarana of everything other than Brahman. Ascertaining. Again, the other aspect is I will do certainly the Svikarana of Brahman. There is no second thought about it, second opinion about it. To say that second time it is said. Same thing. So to Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranam me astu. That when the Brahma Tattva comes to me in any form of the Guru or the Ishtadevata or in the form of the world, that Brahman, I ask only one thing. Don't offer anything to me. Then only reveal yourself to me. Any other offerings given by the Paramatma, that I reject. And I insist Paramatma only to reveal himself to me. So from my side, I reject everything else. From my side, I do the Svikarana of Brahman. From the Brahman side, anything offered, that also I reject. From the Brahma Tattva side, only one thing I ask for, without doing the Nirakarana of me, please reveal yourself to me. So that second time saying is to confirm, finally ascertain. Even in today's computer language, in all the data is filled, especially in your passwords, etc. They ask, confirm your password second time. That you have no doubt and we should have no doubt. So here, confirming to ourselves, confirming to the Brahman also, that we want nothing else other than the Brahman. This is the meaning of first thing. The two times repetition of Maham Brahma Nirakurya, Mama Brahma Nirakur. Same is the last one. What is it? Ye Upanishadsu Dharmaha Te Mai Santu. Te Mai Santu. Means whatever the Upanishadic dharmas are there, opposite of that we will not entertain. First thing. Then the Upanishadic dharmas we will not compromise with. We will, we shall, we will have them, that's it. So that firmness, Rudhi Bhava called as, or in Gita's Bhasha, that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, Nishchayatmika Buddhi, is the one if we deeply have, then that prompts us to do only those things. So if we are doing those things, namely sadhanas, the reason behind is the firmness, the Nishchayatmika Buddhi has not come in us. साधना क्यों नहीं कर रहे? क्योंकि डिसाइड नहीं किया. Like if you are coming to the class every day, why? Because Nishchayatmika Buddhi. Isn't it? That Nishchaya is so strong that you are coming to the class at every cost or difficult. Isn't it? When that Nishchayatmika Buddhi become Dila Dala, then the compromisings start. Excuses will start. Justifications will start. Alternatives are seen. Then once that trait enters into us, there is no end to it. Isn't it? And that is the biggest of the Maya, wherein we go for alternatives. There is no alternative. My Lord, my Guru, my Shastra, my Adhyatmika Tattva Chintana, Tattva Sadhana. How can we have alternatives for it? And how can we be without doing it? Yes, it is happening because no firm resolution. So the Temai Santu, Temai Santu. Firmness. Everywhere it is so. Like today, this is what is the breakfast. I'll make properly and enjoy it. When you think about it and say second time firmly, then you will not have 10,000 things that are otherwise possible. That only you make and you enjoy it. Example. That te mai santu, te mai santu. So to this shop I will go and this object I will buy for my requirement. So that firmness in us, we go to that shop only and that thing we pay for and get it. There is no need to visit 100,000 shops. There are there. So many things too they are there. But my need and conformedly, convincingly, I go for it. This is called as the inner victory. If we are not convinced within ourselves, everywhere we are confused. Only two things, either conviction or confusion. Conviction always helps us. Of course, it has to be for the positive things. I am convinced that I will not attend the class. That also conviction, but not much helpful. I will not do sadhana. That also conviction. I will not attend this or that class. That also conviction. Isn't it? But it is not a very good healthy one. Convictions hona hai, but that has to be positive. In Astika also convinced that no, I won't believe in God. So about what we are convinced also is important. So here the three things are about three things the conviction. From my side, only the Brahma Prapti Lakshya. From that side to the Brahman also I ask only to reveal. Second conviction. Third, it won't happen accidentally nor without our qualification or desirability. Therefore, those qualifications, desirability of Upanishadic dharmas also, I am firmly convinced about that. I am focusedly gaining all of them, maintaining them in me. Isn't it? See that completeness of these the completeness felt when these three things are clearly understood. One, all the Upanishadic dharmas are in me. Two, from my side, with all my abilities, I am only pursuing Brahman, nothing else. Three, my prayer to that Brahma Tattva also is, please, without rejecting me, you reveal to me. Complete hai baat. And only doing these three things now, no fourth thing. That's how this mantra has such a pregnant, so many meanings, so many clarities it gives to us, convictions it gives to us, whole life's purpose it sets for us. If we have that desire or love for this mantra and patience to go through all its facets, all the things that through this mantra what Shruti Mata and the Guru Parampara wants to teach us, convey to us. Right, friends? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With that, in the Triputi, there should be a Shanti. Let the Triputi express, but not to cause samsara, but as an expression of the divinity only. Let the expressed Triputi reveal the reality, not to hide the reality. That's the meaning of Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The Triputi, when hides the reality and becomes itself predominant, it is the cause of all Ashantis. Triputi means any three. The three avasthas, three gunas, three dehas. Then the drashta, darshana, drusya, this Triputi. Whatever in this world, that's the glory of the divinity, beauty of the divinity, that it remaining intact as it is, it can play this play. But that play becomes problem when the reality is forgot. Okay? When the play is given undue value more than the reality, as well as in the play, instead of the play, the individuality when it enters, like any of the plays or sports. It's some rules are made, some game is planned, and then following those rules, the games are played. That's it. Where is the question of who is the winner, who is the loser? Winner and loser are the ideas kept only to inspiredly play that game. That's it, isn't it? But now what has happened? Winning at every cost. If not won, then so much of sense of humiliation, guilt, ego is hurt. And when it is won, see the sense of arrogance. Then the maja of the sport is gone. It is no more a sport, it has become competition. ठीक है ना? एक खेल के जगह पे वो एक स्पर्धा हो गया है. When the खेल becomes spardha, the sport becomes competition, it has lost all its beauty. Then later on, the money aspect will come, the positions aspects will come. Then these are all Satyanash ho gaya. There is no more any game in that. Like in today's world, if you see all the sports, see the biasnesses, see the attachments in the whole people कि ये टीम ही जीतना है वगैरह वगैरह करके. And how much if one team wins, the other losers, how much become miserable? Because it is no more a sport, it has become spardha. Because more than the sport, the winning as well as individuality, they are given importance. No, life is to play the game, that's it. Don't value winning and losing. Playing itself is winning. That's it. Play the best way. That's it. That's the meaning of karmanyeva adhikaraste mafaleshu kadach. And no individuality there. See that in any of the sports, when individual records become important, then the team loses. That again the big problem. Same thing in life. Life is a sport where the given role I play, I am not important. There is nothing called as success. Play played well, that itself is success. Don't define success in terms of the outer achievements. Define success as the inner seriousness, sincerity, and performance. That's it. How does it matter? Wonderful it is. That's why in good olden days, play may play hota. Then there should be demarcation of who is the winner, loser. Once the match is over, in a moment's time it is forgotten who is winner, loser. They shake hands or whatever, they are one. हो गया आज खेल मस्त खेला, isn't it? So one by one thing gets added, isn't it? The publicity aspect, the ego boasting aspect, then most worst thing is the money aspect. When these things enter, the sport becomes spardha. The game becomes a competition. So Om Shanti 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 means let the life of game of life be played, in which the three are required. But those three should not overpower the game as such. What is that game? The divinity expressing in this way. That's it. The Jagata, the Jiva, the Ishvara, all of them are one Parabrahma playing the play. You are a part of it, you play it. Anyway, so many things. In this way, very powerful was this mantra. I think we have done a good justice to study it. If some more deeper things are there in course of our evolution, they will be revealed to us. Let's receive them at that time. Now, coming to the topic, we have seen the three karmas and three types of results. They won't give the Chaturtha Purushartha moksha. Moksha is only through Advitiya Atma Vijnana. Very clear about it? अद्वैत आत्मविज्ञानाद अन्यत्र आत्यंतिकी निश्रेयस प्राप्ति न. Right? We have seen all that portion. Then the very interesting to be contemplated example of Tapta Parashu Grahana. Hope you have contemplated on it and could relate that example to the point that is conveyed. So, Dvaita Vishaya Anruta Avisandhanam. Avisandaha individual. Advaita Atma Satya Avisandhanam. Avisandaha Vyakti. Bas. For one, when you hold the parachute, it will burn and you will go to jail. Who is he? Who has done the chori also, spoken lie also. The other one, he did not do the theft and he didn't speak the lie. So when he holds the parachute, his hand is not burnt, he is not convicted to be put in the jail. He is freed, liberated. Who is he? Advaita Atma Satya Avisandaha. Advaita, non-dual, Atma, self, Satya, which is the reality. So the self, which is one without second, and reality. The not self, which is in duality and which is not real. That is Anruta, second one, first one is Satya. So that you hold the Taptu Parashugrahana, burning and jailed is equal to the Dukkha and Nirantara Janma Varana Samsara. Nirantara Janma Varana Samsara is called jailing and burning the hand is Dukkha. Here, other side, total freedom. You are not jailed by any of the limitations and there is no hand burning Dukkha. So instead of dukkha, there is sukha. Instead of bandhana, there is moksha. There, instead of sukha, there is dukkha. Instead of mukti, there is always bondage. Takta Parasugrahana Upamana with Bhashyam will study when it comes in that sixth chapter. Then the very important thing was discussed about it. Atayeva na karma sahabhavi advaita atma darshanam. Advaita Atma Darshana is totally independent and exclusive. In that, karma is not only not required, but if you involve it, it is an obstacle itself. Therefore, what should be the understanding and attitude? Do karmas to transcend the level and status of karma so that we become qualified only for the jnana and the anubhuti and nishta in the anubhuti of that Atmavastu. So Atmajnana, Atmanishta, Atmanubhuti, Atmanishta. Atmajnana, Siddhanta Jnana. Atmanubhuti, all inner sadhanas to experience. Atmanishta, establishing it. In that Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva adi are never required. They are only in the outer world. They are called as samsara. They cause the samsara. In all Vedanta, as a summary, what they teach us is Kriya Karaka Phala Bheda Upamardena Advaita Atma Pratishtapanam. By dissolving these aspects of Karaka, the doer and the instruments, Kriya, the actual actions done, and their Phala, rejecting them. That Paramatma who is beyond Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva and Karma Phala, he is realized. That we have seen thoroughly. Through the quotations of Ekameva Advitiyam Atma Eva Idagam Sarvam Ityevamadi Vakya Janitasya Badaka Pratyanupatte. Then this Purapakshi just wants to be little more clear. I have studied Vedas in that karma is given as Vidhi Pratyaya. Should not avoid, you must do. Then the Guru, in his higher experience, will have to guide this disciple at the lower level of understanding and conviction. How he guided? Ki kartrubhoktru swabhava vijnanavataha तज्जनित कर्म फल राग द्वेषादि दोषवतः च कर्म विधान. Karma is told by Shruti Mata as Vidhi Vidhana. For the one who has got in him the identity that he is the Karta and he wants to become the Bhokta. Therefore, he has got the Ragadi dosha towards the Karma Phala Uchit Janita out of the Karma done. So, one, I am Karta. Two, I want to be Bhokta. Three, as a karta, I do this karma. Four, to the karma phala, I have the raga and dvesha. Raga. In the personality who is at that level, the karma as a vidhi told by the Shastra. Karma as a vidhi told by the Shastra. For somebody else also, who is that? The one wants to get rid of all this and make his heart absolutely free, pure. To him also the karma is given by the Shastra. But that should be done. See, remember, those karma should be done. How? One, whatever the Shastrokta karma, that alone has to be done. Two, the kartrutva offered to the Ishvara. Three, the bhoktrutva of that karma phala, we should not entertain. That I must enjoy the result. Three, toward that karma phala, there is no raga, there is no dvesha. This makes that karma as karma yoga. When you do it for sufficient period of time, what we are doing, that alone will happen. Because we are doing for that to happen. What is that to happen? I am no more karta. I don't want to become the bhokta of the outer jagat. Nor I have any raga dvesha dosha towards the karma phala. Then once this is achieved, then the karma loses its importance in my life. Karma has importance only in two places. One, when I want the karma phala. Two, when I want the antakarana shuddhi. So when one works in the world of karma, for karma phala, he is a samsari. He is going on in that gamut for millions of endless lives. Why say even millions? Endless lives he will be only doing the karma, getting the phala. Again it is exhausted. Again he comes to human life. Again karma. How beautifully it was told. Last two classes in our evening Yoga Vasishta Maharavana. Masterpiece, master class. Now the second one is Antakarana Shuddhi. See that? In karma, phala, raga, dvesha, sthiti, there is no end to karmas. But once through the same karmas done with the attitude of karma yoga, whose purpose is achieving the Antakarana Shuddhi, once the Antakarana Shuddhi is achieved, कपड़ा धोने के बाद फिर से नहीं धोगे आप. धोना was the purpose for its cleanliness. Cleanliness is the purpose. It is clean. उसके बाद क्यों धोगे आप? धोने वाला कर्म अभी रोक दोगे ना. Once the cleaning is done. So antakarna has become shuddha. Then there is no requirement of any karma. Then what is it there? Only the jijnasa of what is the reality within me, behind the world. And this jijnasa karma is not called as karma, it is called as sadhana. And here, interesting thing, the sadhya vastu is already we are there. Therefore, it is praptasya prapti. This jijnasa karma is called as sadhana and not karma. Why? Because in this, the outer karma phala is not expected, not wanted. Out of this, we only want to realize what we are already. Therefore, these spiritual sadhanas of studying shastras, meditations, trying to recognize the self, avoid in the self, they are not the karma phala se mind karne wale karma. Therefore, they are not samsara, they are all sadhana. And this is to be done, must be done. So from that standpoint, it very clearly said, the one who has got kartru bhoktru vijnanavataha kartru bhoktru भोक्तृ स्वभाव विज्ञानवतः तज्जनित कर्मफल राग द्वेषादि दोषवतः कर्म विधान. Ah, got this spashtata? Apply it to oneself. Where do we stand? Do we want any karma phala outside? Then we are already samsari. Then lage raho karma mein karodo janam. We don't want any other outer karma phala. Still I have to do the karma for my antakarna shuddhi. Wherein kartrutva, bhoktrutva, raga dveshadi towards the phala are totally eliminated. That concept is selected and deleted. Whole folder is deleted along with all the files inside. Hmm. What is in your life's pursuit? Only one thing. Through the Upanishadic Jnanam, realizing the Brahman. Finish. Ah, this clarity when it comes, you can throw a party for yourself and enjoy. Highest maturity it is. Baki sab the non-thinking, non-contemplation, non-viveka, emotional, sentimental, egoistic, habitual, funny way of thinking in the mind sustains all the samsara. What is samsara? I want something outer. What is sadhana? I just want to realize my essential self. Okay, then adhigata sakala vedarthasya karma vidhanat. See, you have studied sakala Veda. The Veda has to be respected, everything. You cannot reject anything of the Veda. Therefore, adhigata sakala vedarthasya, he will see that Veda is again and again doing the karma as the vidhi vidhana, karma vidhanat. Therefore, okay, Advaita Jnana also let us pursue, but Advaita Jnanavata api karma iti chet. Let us do the karma also. Because Veda told pursue Brahma Vidya, you are doing it. Veda only told to do the karma also. How one portion said by the Veda you accept, the other portion you reject. See his sentimental, emotional attachment to the karma phala. Or maybe he has not matured enough to deeply contemplate, to understand the contradiction between these two things. They are poles apart. Like in Katha Upanishad, Bhasha, Duramete Viparite Vishuchi Avidya Yacha Vidyeti Gnata. Same thing it says, Shreya Anyat Shreyonyadutaiva Preya. Wonderful. Te Ubhe Nanarthe. They are Ubhe Nanarthe. They are just poles apart. The north and south pole. Sometimes the poles may come together, but the Shreyo Preyo cannot come together. The Advaita Atma Jnana Marga of Moksha, the Dvaita Karma Marga of the Phalasakti and Samsara and Bandhana, they are totally opposite. Hana? So, again, taking the powerful Brahmastra of Upanishadic sentence only, the Guru Maharaj is trying to eliminate the misunderstanding from this Purva Paksha. So vehemently. Na. What is that? Karma atikruta vishayasya kartru bhoktradi jnanasya swabhavikasya of that inner insufficiency or negativity. Sadeva saumya idamagra asit ekameva dvitiyam. Then atma eva idagam sarvam iti anena upamarditatvat. Are, to put Shastra properly. These two powerful vakyas of the Upanishadic Jnana has done upamardhanam. Upamardhana मतलब खत्म करके रख दिया है ना. See these two sentences power. One is what? सदैव सौम्य इदमग्र आसीत एकमेवाद्वयं ब्रह्म नेह नानास्ति किंचन. So agre means always, right from the beginning, one sadvastu alone is there. Then nothing other than that is there. And that one is ekam advitiyam. Ekameva advayam. Neha nanasti. This is about the single one without second Brahman exists. In this sentence, what is mainly achieved is anything other than Brahman stands rejected, isn't it? When anything other than Brahman stands rejected in its existence itself, how can you pursue it? Pursue it? जो है ही नहीं, आप उसको परसू कैसे करते? सदैव सौम्य इदमग्र आसीद एकमेवाद्वयम् ब्रह्म नेह नास्ति किंचन. So other than Brahman, right from beginning, any time, there's nothing there in reality. How can you pursue it? How can you pursue the water when it is not there at all? But I am seeing, it is appearing, it is not there. Differentiate between the appearance and thing being there. Isn't it? The Shuktika appeared as a silver. It was never there. You are in delusion pursuing it. But you came to know, yaar, ye to tha hi nahi kabhi silver. Where is silver? Not in the shell in your mind. What is there always is silver, shell only. Where is the snake? Not there on the rope, it is in your mind. Where is what is there? There is always a rope only. So where is the entire Jagat? In our own mind. Then what is there is Sadeva Saumya Idamagrahasit Ekameva Dvayam Brahma. In this powerful sentences, complete understanding, what we achieve is Brahman alone is there. Therefore, nothing other than Brahman is there. Therefore, how can you pursue it? And if something other than Brahman is there to pursue it, the entire Nautanki of the karma is required. Second, okay, there is nothing is there other than Brahman. Brahman alone is there. Then for the prapti of the Brahman, we have to do something. No? We have to do, again put the do in the quotes. To have the prapti of Brahma, we have to do something. No? Here also answer is what? The second quotation. What is that? Atma eva idam sarvam. Okay? That everything when we have rejected, saying that it is Brahman alone, that Brahman is not separate from me. I am not separate from Brahman. So I am already the Brahman. Therefore, to obtain that Brahman which is already my own self, also there is no need of the karma. There is nothing other than Brahman. Therefore, to obtain those things, there is no need of karma. Brahman is not other than me. Therefore, to achieve that Brahman also, there is no need to any karma, then do any karma. Then what is left out then? Only one thing, that you are already that Brahman, first awaken to that reality, realize that reality, discover that reality. That's it. Abide in that reality. शब्द कुछ भी कहो, बात को पकड़ो. It is not that today I am Jiva, that when I do sadhana, then I realize Brahman. No, I am already the Brahman. Unnecessarily playing the part of Jiva and took it so seriously. That now I am not able to give it up. Now I am struggling to give it up. That's it. A notional problem solved by the knowledge. So therefore, batao, where is the karma required? Isn't it? Neither in obtaining anything other than Brahman, because it is never exist, nor in obtaining Brahman, because it is me already. Therefore, these two sentences, Sadeva Somedamagra Asit, Ekamevadvayam Brahma Neha Nanasti Kinchana, as well as Atma Vedam Sarvam, these put together are rejecting ruthlessly, upamardhan kar rahe. Kisko? Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva, Kriya, Karaka, Faladi, entire samsara, which is called Karma Kshetra. So therefore, Karma Adhikruta Vishayasya, means that subject matter in which there is a adhikara for karma. That subject matter, that sense of feeling or that sense of understanding or acceptance, where Karma is required. So कर्म अधिकृत विषय, कर्म जरूर करना है ऐसे हमसे महसूस कराने वाला. What is that? कर्तृभोक्तरादि ज्ञानस्य. That I am karta, I want to become the bhokta, and then this karma I have to do to get that karma phala. All of that are swabhavika. What is swabhavika here? The one's own bhavana, स्वभाव. मैंने भावना करके रखा है out of my own ignorance. स्वाभाविकस्य. When the self is not realized or not tried to be realized, by default, the never existing, the not self, the world is projected, then we run for it. That way it is swabhavik, not swarupa. It is swabhava, it's not swarupa. What is swabhava? It is what we feel, isn't it? One of the hints you see, though a little bit out of टॉपिक ओनली थोड़ा एक्सटेंड करके वापस आते हैं. देखो, इफ द वर्ल्ड इज रियल एंड इफ वी हैव टू डू द कर्मा टू गेट दैट वर्ल्ड, वॉट एवर इट इज इट नॉट दैट एवरीबडी शुड डू द सेम कर्मा टू obtain the same thing? But do you see that in this world that everybody is aiming at the same thing and doing the same karma? In my own case, individually also, every day I don't have the same object as goal and same karma. I don't do that. That itself proves that it is not real. In this way, understanding is called subtlety of the intellect. है कि नहीं? कोई वस्तु से सुख मिलना है तो सबको सुख देना चाहिए और हमेशा सुख देना चाहिए. इसलिए सब केवल उसी वस्तु को पकड़ना चाहिए और उसको पाने के लिए व्हाट दे हैव टू डू, दैट अलोन दे हैव टू डू. But you see in this funny world, no two people have desire for same thing. Same person also doesn't have the desire for same thing all the time. That itself is a proof that the world is not permanent. Once something is not permanent, it is temporary, it is unreal. Because real, the satya is that which is permanent, nitya. सत्य वो है जो नित्य है, जो अनित्य है वो टेम्पररी है, वो सत्य नहीं है. So not having this deeper inner knowledge and conviction, therefore out of the confusion and delusion, we are pursuing the world which is not real at all. But वो आदत हो गया हमको, उसमें सुकून मिल रहा है. वो धक्का दे रहा है हमको, डंडा मार रहा है, दुख कर रहा है, फिर भी हमको उसमें सुकून मिल रहा है. That habitually we are addicted to this worldliness. संसार कहते हैं उसको. We are addicted to it. Like all the addictions are givers of joy because of addiction, not because anything substantial in them. Like TV. Why the pleasure we get in the TV? It's only addiction. Otherwise, इतना थोड़ा भी दिमाग है, इतना ही चाहिए, ज्यादा भी नहीं. इतना भी दिमाग है तो सोचो, so is there anything worthy in that? Mean that much दिमाग also हमको नहीं है to सोचो, is it worthy? Therefore, every day sit in front of it for hours together because addicted. So many things like that. That addictions in technical words called as vasanas. It is the vasanas which are creating kamanas and pushing us into the world. That's it. Otherwise, world is neither important nor real nor existing. What is there is only Brahman. Now, how many times we have to listen this sentence? How much we have to contemplate? First to have the knowledge, then the conviction. Once the conviction comes, we kick the world. We only embrace the reality. That time, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, Mama Brahma Nirakarot becomes meaningful from the heart, out of conviction. Otherwise, it's only a sentimental thing, emotional thing. The sentiments, emotions continuously change. अब आज सेंटिमेंटल हुआ परमात्मा के लिए तो कल सेंटिमेंटल हो जाओगे जगत के लिए. Isn't it? Sentiments are different from convictions. If you are convinced, that's it. It won't change. That's called conviction. So anyway, now कर्माधिकृत विषयस्य कर्तृभोक्त्रादिज्ञानस्य स्वाभाविकस्य सद एकमेवाद्वितीयम् आत्मा वेदिदगम सर्वम इति अनेन उपमर्दितत्वात्. अरे श्रुति माता के द्वारा उसको डंडा मारकर भगा दिया है. All the concept of the karma. Again, why are you asking? Tasmat. Tasmat. Very powerful sentence. Avidyadi doshavatah eva karmani vidhiyante. Na advaita jnanavataha. This sentence's depth has to enter into our words, our hearts. Avidyadi doshavatah eva karmani vidhiyante. So the vidhi vidhana of doing the karma told by the Shastra and following the Shastra, taking the karma to be my vidhi vidhano is done by only those people who have the dosha of avidya. Avidya adi means avidya, vasana, kama, karma, karma phala ke prati raga dvesha. Because of that, again it becomes vasana. Again it projects the kamana, then prompts us to do the karma to get that karma phala. See the power of that sentence. Avidyadi doshavatah eva karmani vidhiyante. Half of the sentence. And the karmani vidhiyante is not valid. For whom? Advaita jnanavataha. The one who is pursuing Advaita Jnana and the one who established and then Advaita Ham Brahmasmi, for him the karma vidhana is not there, not required. It's a totally different world. For the Avidya Doshavata person who considers himself as Jiva and Dehadi Upadhi, for the Sukha of those Upadhis, he needs some object outside, though he'll have to do the karma. It's a totally different path. In the Jnana Marga, I am already infinite Brahman. That Brahman is Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa and Ananda Swarupa. I have to just realize it and abide in it. In this, what is the need of any karma to be done of the outer world? Therefore, avidyadi doshavata eva karmani vidhiyante na advaita atma ज्ञानवतः अद्वैत ज्ञानवतः. ठीक है. अतः एव हि वक्ष्यति. That is why in this very Upanishad, in the second chapter, 23rd Khanda, in the first mantra, we are going to see. What is that? Sarve ete punyalokaha bhavanti. Arvaya. With all these noblest of the karmas, you are only going to the punyalokas. Punya arjita loka. Once the punya karma phala is over, you are dismissed from there. You are thrown away from there. Is equal to, it is not permanent. Again, if you want it, again you have to work for it. That is the meaning of sarve ete punya loka bhavanti. Means karma se pane wale. All those lokas achieved through the karma. What about the other aspect? Brahma samstha. The one who is a samyak sthita in Brahman, aham brahmasmi, he is not the punya loka where he goes and comes, etc. But he is amrutaha, amrutatvam eti. Amrutatva means there is no murti. There is no end in realizing, after realizing that aham brahmasmi. That aham brahmasmi is a permanent anubhuti. And it is an ananta anubhuti. And it is ananda anubhuti. Permanent is one with respect to time. Ananta is one with respect to the place. Then Ananda is with respect to the parasthiti. You are always permanent, infinite, blissful self. So therefore, there is no murti concept also in it. But just like a manushya dies to go to Swarga if he has done lots of punya, remember, he in the Swarga, after all the bhoga of Swarga, he will die there only to come back to be born in the human life. Therefore, there is mriti only in this particular every pursuit and achievement other than Brahma Prapti. It's only gap between two deaths that he is living life. More than life, the death is certain in those cases. Think about it. More than the variety of the happenings in life, the death is certain. है ना? Ex-minister, ex-MLA, so to ex-Sargavasi now came to Bolokavas. Mind you, in that way, you and I might have gone to Swargadi Lokas a number of times. We might have gone to various lokas. All of that we don't remember, but we might have gone through. Punya karke, kar karke. And if in this life you are doing lots of punya, definitely you will be reaching to Swarga. स्वामी जी क्या आप मिलेंगे वहां? नहीं, मैं नहीं आऊंगा वहां. आई एम नॉट डूइंग ऑल दिस फॉर स्वर्ग प्राप्ति. थिंक अबाउट इट. सो एते पुण्यलोका भवन्ति ब्रह्म संस्थः अमृतत्वमेति. The one who is in Brahmanubhuti is immortal, eternal, immutable, birth, deathless, changeless, miseryless, bliss infinite. Iti. So this prasanga this way concludes of Jnana Karma Samuchaya Khandana. How much we become clear about it in our understanding guides us whether we reduce our outer pursuits and increase our inner pursuits or not. Conviction हो गया तो बस हमारा जिंदगी अलग ही हो जाती है. Whatever minimum works to be done outside as Swadharma, they are done as an Ishwararpana. Then Darwaza Bandh. I am inside my own pursuits of inner Atmavastu. That's the meaning of Avrutta Chakshu. He is closed to everything other than Brahman. Amrutatvamichan, Brahma Samstaha Amrutatvameti. That to experience that inner Amrita Tattva, he is putting all his inner efforts only in realizing and abiding his Brahma Sthiti. This is Upanishadic sthai, isn't it? By repeatedly studying, listening, at least the understandings about this come to us. Thereafter, we have to mature in our so many ways to mold our life to come to this level. ये छोड़ दोगे तो then what else we do? Only the yajnas, upasanas, or only the worldly plans and programs and projects and activities in whom the artha and kama prapti alone is lakshya. And through that artha kama, we want to become bhokta bhom. और लगे रहो संसारी. Mhm. We are listening to Upanishad in the class, but otherwise throughout the day also what we have to observe. We will not point out because how do I know if Brahmagnani may be there in you? Why should I doubt it? Let me be positive only. Na? Think for ourselves. What's happening between two classes? Are we karma rogi or atma yogi? Karma rogi or atma yogi? है ना? मृत रोगी और अमृत योगी, अनात्म रोगी और परमात्मा योगी, कर्तृ भोक्तृ इंडिविजुअलिटी और अकर्ता भोक्ता reality. What is going on in our days every moment throughout the day? That determines what's the percentage of samsari in us, sadhaka in us. Percentage of samsari 99.999. साधका 0.01%. वो भी थोड़ा क्लास में जब आते हैं थोड़ा सा एनी ऑफ दी सेंटेंसेस गोइंग बियॉन्ड द टिम्पेनियम ऑफ द इयर्स when that touches the medulla oblongata in the head or a heart में, that is also for 2 microseconds. After that that spiritual knowledge वाली abnormality चली जाएगी. We are a normal habitual samsari. From this stage, always trying to or abiding in the Brahman स्थिति we have to achieve. याद रख लो पहले से. For that, we need continuous inputs, continuous informations, continuous inspirations. They come to us through the Upanishads when we come to attend those satsangas. Nowhere else this knowledge is taught. In all other classes or texts other than the Upanishads, you are karta, you do these karmas, you get those phalas, you be a bhokta. That karta, bhokta, samsari only told to us. Isn't it? पुण्य करो स्वर्ग जाओगे. अरे भाई मतलब you don't want to be happy now after going to swarga only. For those small little bhogas you want to be a sukhi. In Brahmanubhuti ऐसा नहीं होता. You're always in bliss. It's not a conditional bliss. देश काल वस्तु परिच्छिन्न सुख नहीं होता है ब्रह्म का. देश काल वस्तु अतीत सर्वदेशेषु सर्वकालेषु सर्ववस्तुषु सदा सर्वदा ब्रह्मानुभूति. ब्रह्मानुभूति बंदा हमेशा. The other things are conditional. So when I make a wonderful coffee, I'll have and I'll be happy. Means before that you want to be miserable. Because you want to be happy only after having coffee. So you have decided not to be happy before that. In this way, think. So having done this most vigorous exercise of trying to study, first round, like you have done today, vigorous exercise. Today you have done it. But every day you have to do for 6 months for the entire body to get habituated and respond in terms of good health and all physiological functions. So we have done one vigorous round of study. But it has to be repeatedly done till that knowledge sustains in us. We live that knowledge, alive. That is each one's choice. है ना? जैसे हमारे घर के सामने सब्जी वाला है, सब्जी आके पुकार के जाते हैं. अगर आपको इच्छा है और जरूरत है आप खरीदोगे, नहीं तो चले जाते हो. So to the gurus come and teach the Brahma Vidya and they move ahead. If we are interested, we make them stop and we buy those things and use for ourselves. नहीं तो आगे बढ़ते. So in this way, every day the gurus come and teach Brahma Vidya to us, whether we buy it or not, listen or not. So after we ऐसे दरवाजे खिड़की बंद करते कि we don't even know that those people have come. Isn't it? We are so busily occupied in our life with so many non-essentials that we don't have an eye and ear even to see and listen that there is somebody who is talking about Brahma Vidya. घटिया स्थिति है वो. In from the spiritual standpoint, unfortunate status. That unfortunate status in Hindi we said as a very worst sthiti. That you don't have an eye and ears to listen and see even a satsang which is teaching us Brahma Vidya. And the power of Moha and Maya is what? That type of life, we justify it, we substantiate it, we use all our intellectual powers and other informations, including Shastra quotations, only to justify that. That like this Purvapakshi was trying to say, कर्म का विधि विधान यज्ञ वेदों में ही दिया है ना, हाउ कैन यू रिजेक्ट? So he is holding on to that. So Shankara Bhagavan clears it. Who is the adhikari for the karma? If you do the karma, what are the consequences? That is the picture. And where is the moksha? Only in the Advaita Atma Darshanam. That is done through the Upanishadic study, with which this whole Sambandha Bhashya started. Having given the three karmas and three phala, with them the Chaturtha Purushartha is not obtained. Only by Advaita Atma Vijnana, the moksha obtained. वो शुरू से वो पहले वो कहकर ही, then he explained all that. I tell you, studying Adi Shankara Bhashya itself is a PhD type of research. In that way, having tried, if we have reached to the level of at least 50% of what Bhagavan Adi Shankara is conveying through that, we are masters, in fact. Very deep and sublime is this explanation, and the logical connection and conclusion is super. It is more than these two. When this is understood, we evolve ourselves from being a samsari to a sadhaka. भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य भाष्य का भी अंडरएस्टिमेट नहीं करते. कुछ लोग हैं हमने पढ़ लिया बस अब दूसरा पढ़ रहे. अरे If you have padre something else after Shankara Bhashya, you have not understood it. Because if you understand it, you don't need to study anything else. Because in this, the clear picture for moksha and sadhana, they are all given. Okay, bhai? How about the topic we discuss? Upanishad mein, in the beginning portion, the, what do you call, upasanas are taught. Shankar Bhagavan explains to us about that. Prakarana Pratipadya Nirupanam. In this Prakarana, what is being told by the Guru and how it is justified. Because we are studying Upanishad, in our mind, the respect and reverence for the Upanishad should be there, not opposite, no? What is the Sharanagati? Anukulasya Sankalpaha Pratikulasya Varjanam. So we have to be surrendering to the Upanishad. So we have to do the thinking in Anukula with the Upanishad, not Pratikula. मन को थोड़ा समझाना ना, जैसे आप गवर्नमेंट कहीं नौकरी कर रहे हो, if your mind continuously entertaining the pratikula vrittis, one day either you will leave the job or he will kick you out. If you do the anukula vritti always, you stay there permanently. Mm. So anukulasya sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam has to be there. So Upanishads are permanent, perfect if they are correct. How they are correct, we have to understand and convince. If you are not convinced, Upanishad doesn't change. It is correct. So that portion comes. You see? तत्र एतस्मिन् अद्वैत विद्या प्रकरणे अभ्युदय साधनानि उपासनानि उच्यन्ते कैवल्य सन्निकृष्ट फलानि च अद्वैतात् ईषत् विकृत ब्रह्म विषयाणि मनोमय प्राण शरीर इत्यादीनि कर्म समृद्धि फलानि च कर्म अंग संबंधीनि रहस्य सामान्यानि सामान्यात् मनोवृत्ति सामान्याच्च यथा अद्वैत ज्ञानं मनोवृत्ति मात्रं तथा अन्यानि अपि उपासनानि मनोवृत्ति रूपाणि इति अस्ति सामान्यं कः तर्हि अद्वैत ज्ञानस्य उपासनानां च विशेषः उच्यते. A beautiful subject. Deeper little bit. We will take a day to understand it tomorrow. Maybe little more. Welcome you all. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Avashishyate. आज का उपनिषद सत्संग संपन्न हुआ. We will do our other three sadhanas. First one is our Veda Parayanam, as we told yesterday. We will be chanting 5 Suktams today. 3 plus 1 plus 1. If you have that book, it is from 18, 19, 20, 21, 17 also. 17th Sukta onwards. 17, 18, 19 Suktas of the 4th Anuvaka of the 4th Khanda of ATHARVANA Veda. They talk about one very, very important thing which we have exhaustively explained. That the freedom from or the relaxation from or protection from the avichara krita dosha. All the dosha means problems coming to us because of the abhichara done by whoever they are, whatever the reason. In today's world, one of the subtle, unseeable problems is this. Subtle है वो, पता नहीं चलता easily. What is it? किसी न किसी का नजर हमेशा हमारे ऊपर है ना. तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे. You know that हमारे ऊपर हमेशा नजर लगता ही रहता है लोगों. The seen known people only have their nazar on us. The unseen, how many subtle things are there, we don't know. And they neutralize all our efforts of sadhanas, which we are doing with so much of exertion and exhaustion. So one part of the sadhana is this also, that we pray to the divine to protect from all these avichara krita dosha. That is Veda Rupena done here. After that, the Pauranika, the Kala, when it came, we are taught so many Rakshana Kavachams, isn't it? The protecting Kavachas. Every Devata's Kavacha is there. Ganesha Kavacham, Shiva Kavacham, Subramanya Kavacham, Durga Kavacham, Lakshmi Kavacham, Saraswati Kavacham, Dakshinamurti Kavacham, Nrsimha Kavacham, Dattatreya Kavacham. Here, Haikini Volo, Hanumat Kavacham, Sri Ram Raksha Stotram, which is a Kavacham. These are all protecting us firmly from attack of the enemy. Haikini. Our life, remember, like a Sainika in the Yuddha, he is attacked from any side by anybody with any weapon at any time. He'll have to protect himself, guard himself in such a way that that doesn't harm him thoroughly. He has to protect. सारा जो बुलेट प्रूफ जैकेट ये सब पहनना पड़ता, कहीं से भी कोई भी वार कर सकता, स्थूल रूप में, as it happens in case of a सैन्य. In the same way, we are in this world, in such a terrible world of Kali Yuga today, that with all our purity, goodness, honesty, sincerity, and ourselves as a social servant, we have no grudges with the world. From our side, we are only there to serve the world, to help the world. We have no selfishness, no biasness, no raga dvesha. हमारे तरफ से सब साफ सुथरा है. Yet we have always these subtle gross challenges. Just like at the gross body level too. That in this world at any period of time, like today, how many number of diseases that are prevailing? All the disease causing bacteria, virus, fungus are on our body or near to us all the time. Any infection can come to anybody anytime. Because वो सारे हर जगह होते हैं वो bacteria, fungus. But why we are healthy instead of that? Immunity. Isn't it? We are strong having that immunity. Therefore, the effect of those things are not there to cause a disease to us. Same way, we have to have the immunity with these Rakshana Kavachas and these Suktams, so that we are not prone to all these effects of the negativities from the world. Remember, with Prarabdha, we bring our problems. वो तो है ही. Other than that, in the present world, from the world we get, the nazar wale problems. Therefore, even if I don't have the negative prarabdha, yet I suffer because of somebody's negative thoughts in the present. Powerful negative thoughts, action, anything it is. Like as per prarabdha, I am healthy. But still, if you are in an atmosphere where the other fellow has infectious disease, it will come. It may not be prarabdha. प्रारब्ध तो है अपना असर, नहीं है तो भी वहां उस जगह पे हो और डिसीज आपको लग जाता. ठीक है. So this is a very important thing. I'll just keep on chanting. आप सुनो. 3 kavachas are, 3 suktams are for that. 4th one also is same type. And the 5th one, yesterday we chanted about the Gomata. 4th one has not taught you. I know that. Okay. That also powerful. I don't know why the Lord made me skip. If the mind says, tomorrow we'll do that. Lord says, Om Atha समस्त अभिचार दोष निवारण द्वारा सर्व सदा समस्त संरक्षण द्वारा आध्यात्मिक साधना अनुभवार्थम अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत अभिचार निवारण सूक्तानि. ओम ईशानां त्वां भेषजानाम् उज्जेश आरभामहे चक्रे सहस्रवीर्यं सर्वस्मा ओषधे त्वा सत्यजितं शपथयावनीं सहमानं पुनस्सराम सर्वाः समह्योषधीः हितो न पारयादिति या शशापशपनेन यागं मूरमादधे या रसस्य हरणाय जातम् आरेभे तोकमत्तु सा यान्ते चक्रुरामे पात्रे यां चक्रुर्नीललोहिते आमे मांसे कृत्यां यां चक्रुः तया कृत्या कृतो जहीम् दौष्वप्न्यं दौर्जीवित्यं रक्षो अभ्वमराय्यः दुर्नाम्नीः सर्वा दुर्वाचः ता अस्मन्नाशयामसि क्षुधामारं तृष्णामारम् अगोताम् अनपत्यताम् अवामार्गत्वया वयं सर्वं तदपमृङ्महे तृष्णामारं क्षुधामारम् अतो अक्षपराजयम् अपामार्गत्वया वयं सर्वं तदपमृज्महे अपामार्ग ओषधीनां सर्वासाम् एक इद्वशी तेन ते मृज्म आस्थितम् अतत्त्वम् अगदश्चरा one sukta is over. 17th, 18th now. Samam jyoti suryena ahna ratri samavate krunomi satyamutaye dashaha santu krutvarehi yo devaha krutyang krutva haradavidusho gruham vatso dharuriva mataram tam pratyag upavadyatam ama krutva papmanam yaste nanyam jighamsate अश्मानस्तस्यां दग्धायां बहुलाः फट्करिकृते सहस्रधामन्विशिखान् विग्रीवां छायया त्वं प्रतिस्म चकृषे कृत्यां प्रियां प्रियावते हर अनयाहमोषध्या सर्वाः कृत्या अदूदुषं यां क्षेत्रे चक्षुर्यां गोषु यां वा ते पुरुषेषु यश्चकार न शशाक कर्तुं शस्त्रे पादमङ्गुरिं चकार भद्रमस्मभ्यम् आत्मने तपनन्तु नः तपनं तु सः अपामार्गोपमार्ष्टो क्षेत्रियं शपथश्च यः अपाहयातु धानीः अपसर्वा अराय्यः अपमृज्ययातु धानान् अपसर्वा अराय्यः अपामार्गत्वया वयं सर्वं तदपमृज्महे ओम शांति 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 थर्ड वन उतो अस्य बन्धुकृत उतो असिनुजामि कृत उतो कृत्या कृतः प्रजां नडमिव छिन्दिवार्षिकम् ब्राह्मणेन पर्युक्तासि कण्वेन नार्षदेन सेनेवैषि तिषीमति न तत्र भयमस्ति यत्र प्राप्नोष्योषधे अग्रे मेष्योषधीनां ज्योतिषेवाभिदीपयन् उत त्रातासि पाकस्य हतो हन्तासि रक्षसः यदतो देवा असुरां त्वयाग्रे निरकुर्वत ततस्त्वमध्योषधे अपामार्गो अजायथाः विविन्दते शतशाखा विविन्दन्नाम ते पिता प्रत्यग्विविन्दित्वं तं यो अस्मान् अभिधासते असद्भूम्याः समभवत् तद्यामेति महद्व्यचः तद्वै ततो विधूपायत् प्रत्यक्कर्तारमृच्छतो प्रत्यं हि सम्बभूविथा प्रतीचीनफलस्त्वं सर्वान्मच्चपथान् अधि वरीयो यावया वधम् शतेन मा परिपाहि सहस्रेणाभिरक्ष मा इन्द्रस्ते वीरुधां पद उग्र ओङ्मानम् आददत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Now the 20th one which we have not taught but still we chant आपश्यति प्रतिपश्यति परापश्यति पश्यति दिवमन्तरिक्षमात् भूमिं सर्वं तद्देवि पश्यति तिस्रो दिवस्तिस्रः पृथिवीः षट्चेमाः प्रदिशः पृथक् त्वयाहं सर्वा भूतानि पश्यानि देव्योषधे दिवस्य सुवर्णस्य तस्य हासिकनीनिका सा भूमिमारुरोहित वह्यं श्रान्ता वधूरिव तां मे सहस्राक्षो देवो दक्षिणे हस्त आददत् तयाहं सर्वं पश्यामि यश्च शूद्र उतार्यः अविष्कृणुष्वरूपाणि मात्मानमपगूहथाः अतो सहस्रचक्षो त्वं प्रतिपश्याः किमीदिनः दर्शयमायातु दानान् दर्शयातु धान्यः विशाशान् सर्वान् दर्शयेति त्वारव ओषधे कश्यपस्य चक्षुरसि शून्याश्च चतुरक्ष्याः वीध्रे सूर्यमिव सर्पन्तं मा पिशाचं तिरस्करः उदग्रतं परिबाणात् यातु दानं किमीदिनं तेनाहं सर्वं पश्यामि उत शूद्रमुतार्यम् यो अन्तरिक्षेण पतति दिवं यश्चाति सर्पति भूमिं यो मन्यते नाथं तं पिशाचं प्रदर्शय ओम शांति शांति शांति। कल वाला गो संरक्षण सूक्त 21st। ओम आगावो अग्मन्नुद भद्रमक्रन् सीदन्तु गोष्ठेरणयन्त्वस्मे प्रजावते पुरुरूपा इह स्युः इन्द्राय पूर्वे ऋषसो दुहानाः इन्द्रो यज्वने गृणते च शिक्षत उपेद्ददाति नः स्वं मुषायति भूयो भूयो रयिमिदस्य वर्धयान् अभिन्ने किल्ये निददाति देवयुम् नता न शन्ति न दभाति तस्करो नासाम् आमित्रो व्यतिराददर्शति देवांश्च याभिर्यजते ददाति च योग इत्ताभिः सचते गोपतिः सह नता अर्वा रेणुकराटो काटोष्णुते न संस्कृतत्रमुपयन्ति ता अभि उरुगायमभयं तस्य ता अनु गावो मर्तस्य विचरन्ति यज्वनः गावो भगो गाव इन्द्रो म इच्छाद् गावः सोमस्य प्रथमस्य भक्षः इमाया गावः स जना स इन्द्र इच्छामि हृदा मनसा चिदिन्द्रम् यूयं गावो मेदयथा कृशं चिदश्रीरं चित्कृणुता सुप्रतीकं भद्रं गृहं कृणुत भद्रवाचो बृहद्भो वय उच्यते सभासो प्रजावतीः सूयवसे रुषन्तीः शुद्धा अपः सुप्रपाणे पिबन्तीः मावस्तेन ईशतमागशंसः परिवो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वणक्तो ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। 5 suktams. And when these are chanted, all of you are included in the prayers. Those are coming regularly. Even if you listen, Shraddha say itself also, you will deserve the blessings. And from your side, if you do your own sankalpa, it adds. If you have the book and also are chanting, it adds more. But the Shubha Sankalpa is for all of us. Spashtam? Should we have all the avichara dosha and suffer our life? No, na? So they have to be eliminated. We have to be freed from all the continuous external inflictions so that we are available for ourselves. Things are convenient for our sadhana. Okay. Now we will do our last but one sadhana of Maharshi Dhyanam. Among so many Maharshis, today Maharshi is our Pippalaada Maharshi. I don't remember if I have done it or not. हो गया तो दोबारा कर. Pippalaada Maharshi. He has got ashram en route to Badrinath. People Court. That People Court is the place where Pippalaada Rishi was there doing his tapasya. And these rishis being so long living, they travel all over the universe only, all over the globe. They sometimes go even to different Brahmandas. Therefore, the Deshakala Pariti need not be worried about them. Anytime, every time, anywhere they can be. With that faith only we are invoking their blessings, isn't it? Okay. So Vidmahe, we know, O Paramatma, O Pipaladara Maharshi, you are Sakshat Parabrahma Rupa, and we know when we pray to you, you bless us. Dhimahi, with all respect and reverence, having done your upasana, we are doing dhyanam on you, of you. Prachodayat, ardently we are requesting to do the prachodhanam of us on this path of realization of the self. Please ensure that en route all inner outer obstacles, enemies are removed so that we smoothly sail through this. And also our prayers to you, Upalada Rishi, that the Sanatana Dharma, Vedic Hindava Samskriti, as well as Bharata Varsha, Mahima be spread all over the world and everybody understands it, accepts and embraces it and gets abided in it. There should be not even single living or non-living thing or being in this world, chara chara, who are not Sanatan Dharmi. That is our sankalpa. Okay. Now the Pippalada Maharshi. His name Pippaladaha, Pippala Adaha. First of all, that name came to him because either he was taken care of by the Pippala Vrukshas or he has eaten the Pippala Phala and the Patta to grow. Therefore, Pippala Adaha. Ada means Khana. Who is he, whose son he is, etc. If you see, the Pippalada Maharshi is the son of, we know the famous Maharshi whom we remembered 3 4 days back, Tadhichi Maharshi. Okay? The Tadhichi Maharshi, when he left his body, for the sake of Devatas to make the Vajrayudha, by that time his wife Suvarcha Devi, having that child. So she, having given birth, left that child under that Ashwatha Vruksha, people का पेड़. So then that people के वृक्ष के नीचे, people पेड़ों के रक्षणा में, that rishi has grown. Therefore, he is called Pippalada Maharshi. It's a great tapasya to live on people, phala and patta. That's how, again, I don't want to enter into that track. It takes 20 minutes. So, Brahmadeva is Santati Manasik is Atharva Maharshi. Atharva Maharshi is Santati Dadichi. Dadichi Maharshi is Santana is Pippalada Maharshi. Okay, first point. Second, about Pippalada Maharshi, what we have to do is he is very, very famous for us because of his, you know, giving to all of us or becoming a reason for all of us to obtain one of the great, great moksha giving Upanishads called as Prashna Upanishad. In the Prashna Upanishad, he is the Guru, not like the Shweta Ketu who was the disciple, but here Pippalada Rishi himself is already Brahmagnani, he is the Guru. You all know, to him, all these 6 disciples from 6 places they visit, asking for Brahma Vidya, having faith in him because they inquired en route कि हमें ब्रह्म विद्या पाना है, कोई है क्या गाइड करने को. People told there is Pippalada Rishi, आप जाओ, he will teach you. So they come here. Then Pippalada जी कहते हैं उनको, stay for 1 year, है ना, with तपसा ब्रह्मचर्य श्रद्धा. Then you ask the questions. Then I will answer if I know. That's the most beautiful prasanga with which Prashna Upanishad starts. Then all these 6 disciples stay 1 year there. Then Pippalada Rishi gives opportunity for them to ask question. One by one keeps on asking Prashna. Then of those Prashna, answers is called Prashna Upanishad. And in those 6 Prashnas and answers, everything that is to be known and realized for moksha, that comes in the picture. So that way, Pippalada Rishi is a Brahmagnani, taught the Brahma Vidya through the Prashna Upanishad for all of us. सुकेशा च भारद्वाजः शैव्यश्च सत्यकामः सौर्यायणी च गार्ग्यः कौसल्यश्चाश्वलायनः भार्गवो वैदर्भी कबन्धी कात्यायनः ते हैते ब्रह्मविद्याः ब्रह्मपराः परब्रह्मान्वेषमाणः माणाः एषः वै सर्वं हवो वक्षतीति ते भगवन्तं पिप्पलादमुपसन्नाः. तान् ऋषिरुवाच भूय एव तवसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया संवत्सरं संवत्स्यत अथ प्रश्नान् पृच्छत यदि विज्ञास्यामः सर्वं हवो वक्ष्याम इति. Excellent. Then अथ कबन्धी कात्यायनः उपेत्य पप्रच्छ. The 6th one person asked the first question in that way. So, how the Srishti is created? One question. How the Jivi is alive, the Jiva is alive. Who is the one who is sustaining him, the pranas? That is second question. Then where from this prana comes into Sharira and how it stays? That is the third prashnottari. Then who sleeps when sleep happens and who is awakened when the sleep happens? Fourth prashna. Fifth is a beautiful one. all details regarding Omkara Upasana. Ekamatra, Dvimatra, Timatra, Amatra, like Mandukya. Fifth Prashna ka ye hai. Sixth one, the Shukesha Bharadwaj asked the question. He, Bhagwan Hiranyanabaha, he came to me and he asked me, do I know this? I said, I don't know. If I know, I would have told you. If I speak lies, my head will break 100 pieces, 1,000 pieces. Same Prashna I am asking you. Who is that Shodashakala Purusha? Then that Shodashakala Purusha is told by these PIPPALAAA Rishi to all those disciples. So these Sodasha Kalas are superimposed on the Purusha. Otherwise, he is beyond, he is Kadatit. So in this way, Prashna Upanishad came to us because of the Prashna of all those six of them. But answer is the great PIPPALAAA Rishi. PIPPALAAA Maharshi topics come in Skanda Purana, Brahmana Purana, Brahma Purana, and Matsya Purana also. As regards his contributions are concerned, he belongs to PIPPALAAA Shakha. He started the PIPPALAAA Shakha. Okay. Then from his Gotra, the disciples have come. It is continuing even now. Along with Prashna Upanishad, there is PIPPALAAA Samhita, Grantha also is there. In that Grantha, all the Samhita Vishayas are told, may not be available, the book now in the print. So he is a Brahma Vidya Data, Prana Vidya Data, Omkara Mahima, Karma Upasana, Samay, Dhyana, all where what is required, Tapasya, Brahmacharya, and the Guru Bhakti, and for disciple, these Lakshanas have to be there, training the disciple for that. In all these things, he has contributed for us. Okay. In this way, PIPPALAAA Maharshi is so important for us. Okay. And then so many other things. When you read such books, we will come to know. So we study this mantra of him. Om Dadhyancha Putraya Vidmahe. Dadhichi Maharshi ka putra hai. Then Prashnopanishadaha Acharyaya Dhimahi. है ना? Prashnopanishad Acharyaya Dhimahi. It includes everything in that. Tannaha Pippalaada Maharshi Prachodaya. 16 times we'll do. Om Pippalaada Parabrahma Paramatma Swarupa Maharshi Namaha. Dhyayami Avahayami Sthapayami. Om Sri Pippalaada Maharshi Namaha. Pujayami. Chatra Chamara Nutya Gita Din Samarpayami. Shakti Avachara Bhakti Avachara Avachara Devacharan Samarpayami. Om Sri Pippalaada Maharshi Namaha. स्तोत्रेण मंत्रेण जपादिना तोषयामि. ओम श्री पिप्पलाद महर्षये नमः. नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. प्रार्थयामि मम परमात्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु इति. सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः अपि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. राइट, स्टार्ट. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे. Dadhyancha is Dadichi Maharshi. Prashnopanishadaacharyaaya dhimahi tannaha Pippalaada Maharshihi prachodayat. Om Dadhyancha putraya vidmahe Prashnopanishadaacharyaaya dhimahi tannaha Pippalaada Maharshihi prachodayat. Om Dadhyancha putraya vidmahe Prashnopanishadaacharyaaya dhimahi तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम दध्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. Om Dadhyanja Putraya Vidmahe Prashnopanishadacharyaya Dhimahi Tannaha Pippalada Maharshihi Prachodayat. Om Dadhyanja Putraya Vidmahe Prashnopanishadacharyaya Dhimahi Tannaha Pippalada Maharshihi Prachodayat. Om Dadhyanja Putraya Vidmahe Prashnopanishadacharyaya Dhimahi Tannaha Pippalada Maharshihi Prachodayat. Om Dadhyanja Putraya Vidmahe Prashnopanishadacharyaya Dhimahi तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात् ओम दद्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात् ओम दद्यञ्च पुत्राय विद्महे प्रश्नोपनिषदाचार्याय धीमहि तन्नः पिप्पलाद महर्षिः प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री पिप्पलाद महर्षि नमः नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि प्रपन्नोऽस्मि मम बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलनेन परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु सनातन धर्मस्यापि संरक्षणं विश्वव्याप्तिम् अभिवृद्धिं कुरु वैदिक संस्कृतेः भारतवर्षस्यापि ओम पिप्पलाद महर्षे नमः 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 ओम पिप्पलाद महर्षे नमः. Yes, last but one is done. Last thing about today's common sense thought. Again, the thought is same. Let us start becoming matured. In that maturity, the sign of it is what do we seek? What do we seek is the eternal only, immutable only, the reality. Okay. While seeking it, to make this path of seeking eternal successful, let us make things convenient for us. And one of the most important convenience is our own antakarana shuddhi, purity of the heart. Therefore, from today, 772026, Sat Sat 2026, take up this mission very seriously. What is the serious mission we take? Freeing our heart from the impurities. And the impurities are only two kleshas mainly out of the all other kleshas, avidya, asmana, raga, dvesha, manesha. Unme se these two klesha called as raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion. Slowly, let us make our heart freed from these two rakshasas. So, dushtas, like the Madhukaitava Rakshasa, they are. Like the Shumba Nishumba, they are. They are called Shishpala Dantavakta. They are Ravana and Kumbhakarna. They are the Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh. ये दुष्ट दो दुर्गुण हमारे अंदर से निकल जाए, become serious about it, है ना? No, so many things. When there are raga dvesha in our heart, one, we forget Paramatma. When the raga dveshas are in our heart, two, our mind is always in a state of agitation, disturbance, frustration, depression, dejection, pain, misery, etc. Three, when we have the raga dvesha in us, they influence us in not doing what is correct, called as swadharma or dharma. Fourth, when the raga dveshas in us, tempted by them, prompted by them, definitely both. The sin of omission of not doing what's to be done, sin of commission of doing what's not to be done, they happen to us. Other than only dukkha and loss, there is not even iota of profit or benefit with these two raga dvesh. If at all there is some benefit profit, it is only notional. It is only imaginary. It is only projection. It is only our inner mental weakness and intellectual bankruptcy. Intellect not thinking. Summary is be in this world wherever we are placed. Do whatever the things that are to be done. Receive whatever is given. But let none of this be coated or colored by these terrible negativities of raga and dvesha. Like in Gita second chapter, so exhaustively 3 days we studied that. रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छ. रागद्वेषवियुक्तैः इंद्रियैः विषयान् चरन् आत्मवश्यैः विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छ. Out 4 5 days for us to study, if you remember. Okay. So freedom from raga dvesha. Does it mean that we run away from the world? No, we are in the same world. We take the things which are required. We contact the people whoever are required for our sadhana and sadhana. Yet the heart has no raga dvesha. That possibility we have to achieve, isn't it? Then only we can do the inner meditation and realize self. Like example of Puja Gurudev. Such a good life of 77 years he lived. How many places he must have visited? Hundreds and thousands, isn't it? How many people he must have met? How many objects he might have seen? How many situations he must have gone through? But the beauty in his life is he is not attached to any one of them. So being with the people is not problem. Being contacting the people is not problem. You love them, you serve them, you help them, whether there's wife or husband or children. The problem is when you have the excess unwanted emotional clinging called as raga or dvesha, both. No need. Objects like food is there, you eat it, you cherish it at that time. But a minute before the food eaten and a minute after the food eaten, the food thought should not come in the mind. That's called freedom from raga dvesha. Scold your son because he's doing something wrong. But at the time of scolding, you have scolded him with the pure intention that he must learn. But a minute before that, a second after that, you should not carry the load of it. That is called vairagya. Isn't it? And at the time of doing, it is done as a duty. Isn't it? That state of mind. When we have vairagya, that is freedom from ragadvesha, we are in the present first. We are with ourselves too. We are fully available with all our resources for the task in our hands. Perfectly, we are able to do that. Success is guaranteed. That way, the ragadvesha raita vairagya, as much it is required for the inner pursuit doing jignasu or sadhaka, so much they are required for a person to decently live in the world outside. है ना? When I have to drive car, को थोड़ा भी राग द्वेष है तो ठोक दूंगा मैं कहीं. Because in the mind, the raga dvesha has created a time of dent which has altered or distracted my attention. That is enough. Accident. When you are working in an office, no need to have raga dvesha to anyone. अपना काम कर लिया आ गए. This is a mental disease, raga and dvesha. They come because of vasanas and they continue because of ignorance. Wisdom is what we said now. They are the moods of the mind. They are called afflictions in the mind. Mental afflictions. Not required. They are not required at all. Like you and I, from last 6 years studying Shastra. Do we have raga to each other? No. Do we have dvesha? No. But we are doing our everyday business. So if we can live like this, everywhere we can live. Aim at the purpose for which we are there. Beyond that, don't give any extra emotional value. That extra emotional value is called raga or dvesha. So somebody cheated you. You would have been wise not to get cheated. Ab ho gaya. So he was smart enough to make use of you and cheat you. Now next time be wise. That's it. Don't carry the load of that person with the dvesha towards him. Ho gaya so ho gaya bas. So to somebody helped you, to reciprocate in the best manner. That's it. You not carry the load of that person in your mind with raga. Bhakti towards Guru, bhakti towards parents, that is a required sadhana. That's not raga. So to the prema to your children, prema to your patni or pati, they are beautiful aspects of life. Have them. They beautify your performance. But the raga and dvesha, they spoil the whole show. They destroy. Don't pamper them from now onwards. Zero raga, zero dvesha, 100% prema to everything and being. And in the present, we are performing our duties. Continuously, you can see about that. Okay. Same, the desha raga dvesha hai hamare andar, they push us into, again as I said, different desha kala vastu vyakti, then we are not available for the present task in the present. So रोग है वो, है काय की जरूरत है वो रहने का. And you need now 10,000 ragas, one or two enough to destroy life. Again, like we talked yesterday, same thing. The raga dveshas we have for the objects, for the people, for the experiences, etc. No need. करेला अच्छा नहीं लगता तो छोड़ो. I hate it. Don't talk like that language of dvesh. It is a creation of the Lord. You may not, it may not suit you. I don't like it. How does it matter? Don't talk that language of I hate it, etc. So to I like it also can be dropped. You can say I can love it. More than that is I respect it. I revere it. Change the language. Change the thoughts. When we are not in Ragadvesha, doesn't mean that we are not in the world, we are not performing, not that we are a passive onlooker doing nothing. No, we are active, aggressive, dynamic performer. In fact, a person from Ragadvesha Rahitata, every moment he is in the present, doing the best tasks in the best manner. अब फिर आंख बंद करके आज ही करो होमवर्क शुरू. लिख द लिस्ट ऑफ, राइट द लिस्ट ऑफ पीपल. लिखो इन हिंदी, डोंट लिख इन इंग्लिश. Whom, towards whom have the raga and dvesha. See the reason why I do the hatred of them. Just cut away or remove that or erase that reason. See to it that the dvesha of that person is gone from that toward that person. लिख लो सारा किन किन को मैं द्वेष करता हूँ. हटा दो द्वेष. Free your mind from the people and your emotions towards them. We are meant to realize the reality. We are meant to worship our devatas, our gurus, etc. अरे उसके लिए हमारा दिमाग आई नहीं, बिकॉज फंस गए हो इतनी चीजों में, इतने लोगों. पागलपन है वो, इमेच्योरिटी है. राग द्वेष स्थिति इज द हाईली इमेच्योर्ड चाइल्डिशनेस. वैराग्य is the matured state. So to write about all the list of things which we dislike or hate. What is the reason? Just don't justify that reason. Just eliminate it somehow. Therefore, there is no reason in me to hate anyone or to attach to anyone. Also, the objects list out karo. What is the meaning of raga toward the objects? Thinking about them all the time. That's it. Like breakfast. Yeah, sit on the dining table, whatever your husband has made and gave, enjoy eating it. Who says not? That time. But again, don't think, worry about the lunch and dinner or labeling this food as good or bad. These are all signs of existing ragadesha or creating ragadesha. At that moment, you be there, enjoy it. Before and after that, uska thought nahi hona chahiye. Even little higher stage mein, not even enjoyment. I am seeing only divinity in that. That is paravairagya sthiti. So don't get victimized by this mental disease of ragadvesha. It has nothing to do with the world. Like I have towards somebody the ragadvesha, that person doesn't know. If he also has got for me, then he will suffer. जैसे मुझे आपके प्रति राग है, मुझे आपको नहीं पता होगा, but I am suffering inside. And because of my raga dvesha, I trouble your peace of mind also. Disturb. I disturb you on your path also. Think about it. Samsara swapnatulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulaha. The entire samsara is only because of ragadvesha. If you remove both of them, only swadharma and paramadharma, they only remain. There is no samsara. Rise above them. That's it. It's not again dull life of non-performance. No, it's not a happiness less life. No, you are active, dynamic, and more loving and more happy. Your mind has not no hangovers or no what is it biasnesses. वो पर्सन हर पल 100% जीता है, खुशी से जीता है. एनी प्लेस ही गोज एंजॉयज. जिसके मन में राग है वो बोलेगा 5 दिन रहेगा वहां, फिर भी बोलेगा लेकिन मैंने तो कहा था वहां जगह जाने को, वहां गए ही नहीं करके. He becomes doubly miserable for not going there and for coming here. Going there or coming here has no meaning. What's the thing is, his raga for that person, place, desha for this place. You remove them wherever you are happy. Isn't it? Food. Anything comes on dining table. It's a prasad. Eat it. Already you have raga mano, कुछ चीज चाहिए था, वो मिला नहीं उधर, then दुखी हो जाते. And that what you don't want, that only made. And you become so angry with dvesha. But मैंने सोचा ये तो ये क्यों बना, तो वो क्यों नहीं बना? This is what we suffer throughout life. No? Is it required? See, with so much of life's growth in our age, the minimum common sense of this much maturity that I should be free from the infliction of Ragadesh, that we don't gain. And we suffer, oh, suffer throughout life. अबे 70-80 साल का उम्र है, बुढ़ा हो गया, मरने को आए. Again, still you attached to the kutta, attached to the objects, attached to the people, children, murak, murak only. And that's why any time he is told to do japa and puja, और नहीं करेगा वो, क्योंकि फंसा है किसी में, राग द्वेष में. At this age, having gone through the life and seen it and every ups and downs, still the mental diseases, insult to our wisdom it is. Just love the world, see the divinity in the world. That's it. No other opinion about the world as good or bad. No the likes or dislikes. Ah, it is there was divinity playing the play. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Continue tomorrow. God bless you.